Hi, my name is Adam, and I'm part of the COINS project together with Anna, Fathiro, and Dave.
And COINS stand for Complex and Open Innovation for Network Society. It is a European Union funded project, one of the few in the management field. And in the framework of this research project, we are looking at how large and established corporations are exploring new opportunities in the new business areas beyond their core. And we identify several challenges that companies facing with regard to the strategy making processes, new business model innovation, new market creation, and innovation capabilities.
So in this project, we are collaborating with Ericsson, which is a global telecommunication company that pioneering cellular technology like 4G and 5G. Since this is an industrial PhD program, we have to spend half of our research, around 18 months, into their headquarters in Stockholm. So we get an opportunity to have a closer look into their daily operation to learn how they actually develop new business based on emerging technology.
In the context of this project, when we were exploring innovation for building new businesses, what became apparent was that innovation isn't solely a technology or an engineering problem, but fundamentally a management one, which requires companies like Ericsson to more broadly consider elements such as talent, culture, collaborative capabilities, as well as how they build new business models to support their emerging technologies.
I study how firms organize their innovation activities for emerging business and how established firms adopt a platform-based business model for their organizations. Managing emerging business is challenging because on one hand, firms want to develop a new business beyond their existing legacy, but on the other hand, they want to develop the business based on their existing capabilities and resources. Secondly, developing emerging business involves adopting a new business model that might contradict with their existing one. So reconciling these competing demands is a strategic concern for every innovation manager. From my research, I found that middle-level managers is very important to create a context and cognitive framework so that organization can deal with the contradictory demands that might appear during exploring in emerging business. Secondly, I found that an established firm can develop a platform-based ecosystems by leveraging on their existing network of partners and customers and also leveraging their technical expertise and reputations.
My research looks at how companies like Ericsson create and shape new markets around emerging technologies like 5G, particularly as 5G is taking Ericsson into new domains such as manufacturing and mining. In particular, my research shows that new markets do not form spontaneously, but in fact the product of strategic and intentional action. Further, my research highlights the fact that companies use cultural resources like identity claims around expertise, entrepreneurial stories, and large-scale demonstrators as scaffolding to build these new markets. In particular, these resources help to make their emerging technologies knowable and familiar, for instance, by adopting known frames like putting cellular as a Wi-Fi product that can be installed by an IT personnel, or using large-scale demonstrators that bring together potential actors to create an ecosystem around the new technology.
So in my research, I looked at how companies can formulate strategy for emergent business. Because when it comes to the new business development, companies facing the challenge of understanding new markets and new customers. And contrary to our conventional understanding of strategy making by top management team, strategizing for emerging businesses can actually benefit from broader inclusion of people. For example, we could include people from non-managerial positions within organization into strategy making process because they can provide some insights from markets and customers. Also, we could include people from outside organizations. For example, we could include academics, we could talk to potential customers or even competitors, because those can provide us very innovative and novel insights on the new business opportunities. Also, pervasiveness of digital technologies gives us plenty of opportunities to use digital tools for this collaborative and inclusive strategizing. However, my research showed that if you do so, you have to be mindful of some organizational processes and roles which can change, but also think about managerial skill set which required to orchestrate the strategy making process.
In my research, I look into corporate innovation and entrepreneurship. In this digital era, a lot of corporates find themselves in an uncertain environment, which makes it difficult to plan ahead. So to deal with this and navigate this uncertain environment, they can create a high number of potential avenues by spurring autonomous innovation in the organization and engaging in multiple small-scale collaborations with external partners. It should be noted that this is quite different than traditional R&D, and therefore it requires a great deal of managerial innovation in order to secure adequate resources, to create new pathways for people's careers, and to create evaluation and selection regimes that can deal with this vast number of opportunities. So based on our research findings, we have provided a series of recommendations that can be found in a brochure on our webpage, and we will be releasing a book in 2020.